But I quit my job, I sold my house, donated everything I had. And then
In US?
In the US, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I started traveling. Hanumanji, for me, he's our, at a basic level, if you look at it biologically, he's our immunity, our immune system. And from a energetic level, you can say I have civil engineering background. I did my master's in hydraulics. I did from IIT Roorkee. And then I was into IT and management consulting. I was in the US for 11 years and I have total of 15 years of
US से वापस आने के बाद, US में रहने के बाद आपका as in your mentality is like कि it's very backward.
Yeah, very backward. And I love it. Yes.
टीवी देखते देखते पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि कितने नौजवानों की नौकरी की उम्र गुजर गई।
अरे फ्यूचर से इतना डरेगा तो क्या खाक जिएगा?
These are India's young people who are supposed to fuel the country's economy.
मेरा नाम मोहित कुमार है। मैं बठिंडा में रेलवे स्टेशन में कुली का काम कर रहा हूँ। मैं बीटेक की हुई है मैंने।
सरकारी नौकरी प्राप्त करना मुश्किल है।
स्कूल के बाहर जब जिंदगी इम्तिहान लेती है तो सब्जेक्ट वाइज नहीं।
So I worked with women who are in an abusive relationship, and I was working with them to give them different options of what they want to do with their life, with that experience. So I get trained in psychology, law, like in different diverse backgrounds.
Hello.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Kati.
And we've been traveling for the last 12 years with our 3 children, and we've been to 65 countries.
नमस्कारम.
Namaste.
कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत बढ़िया है जी.
बढ़िया.
How are you?
I'm also good. How was your day?
Wonderful, wonderful.
क्या किया आपने आज?
आज हमने रोज की तरह झाड़ू पोछा लगाया. झाड़ू को मतलब watered the plants. We did our puja. We wake up in the morning.
Okay.
I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. And then Kathy wakes up around 4:30.
3:30?
Yeah. And then we do our puja and all the stuff. By 7 o'clock we're done. And then children wake up around 7:38.
Why 3:30?
We won't get time to do our sadhana.
Your sadhana? What kind of sadhana do you do?
We have our deities. We do our upasana. And then it takes, so.
Okay. Well, as in, what kind of sadhana do you do? Well, as in,
see, there's a concept of upasana, right?
Okay.
So upasana is, one is you pray, and the prayer is generally involved with I want to have this from you. Can you give this for me?
Okay.
More in that sense, or being thankful to God for giving you something. That's kind of how it is, a prayer, right?
Interesting.
But usually a prayer is supposed to be taking you to a prayerful state, but generally prayer is done as a transactional thing, right? But then there is a concept of a deity like Hanuman, let's say. Then you have Hanuman, or you have Kali, or you have Bhairava. And these deities, you can say at an astral level, those energies live, they exist. Okay. And they contain specific characteristics.
Understood.
So they have certain, you can call it functionality. Because they exist as a separate thing because they have a boundary.
Okay.
And they have a specific way they can interact with you. They can provide certain energy to you or receive something from you. So now, you as a human being, let's say you want to function in this world and you're lacking certain functionality. You want to download that functionality, right? And to download that, you need to connect with a specific deity for a specific functionality. And how do you do that? Is communication happens through Swarloka. Swarloka is the Swar is the sound.
Okay.
So that is through mantras. So when you have specific code, you can say your mantra, and you chant those mantras long enough, then your vibration rises to a level where you will be qualified for the download.
Oh,
right.
Interesting.
So once that download happens, that interaction starts, and then you start acting a certain way in the world. You want to do what you want to do. Sometimes you don't know what you want to do, but there is intuition inside you that pulls you to do something, and you do it, and the deity in a sense downloads what it needs to do through you, So I feel like there's a lot of things in
हनुमान जी की क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आपको लगता है कि जो आपको अट्रैक्ट करती हैं, मतलब आप क्या पढ़े?
Hanuman ji, for me, he's our, at a basic level, if you look at it biologically, he's our immunity, our immune system. And from a energetic level, you can say he's your prana, connected to your breathing.
Okay.
The prana that you have 5 pranas, like prana, apana, udana, vyana. There's different kinds of pranas that help you breathe they excrete in the body, that for the blood circulation. There are different kinds of subtle energies that is actually running those systems. And you can see Hanuman as that. You can see Hanuman as someone who gives you courage to do things. And Hanuman is the one who gives you the ability to develop bhakti towards something or someone because of his bhakti towards Ram. So if you want any of those characteristics, like you need strength, you need to build your immunity, you need to fight against diseases, all those things, then Hanuman will help you from that perspective, right?
Impressive.
So just like I'm not telling you specific details. So there are some mantras, the rituals of how you do it. So there are a lot of tantric methods how you can do that. So an expert tantric will give you all the things.
फिर तो आपका जो बैकग्राउंड होगा, अब अगर देखा जाए जिस तरह की आपकी नॉलेज है, एंड यू मस्ट बी अ शास्त्री और यू मस्ट बी अ वेरी रिलीजियस पर्सन, और आप बचपन से आपके जो पिताजी होंगे उन्होंने आपको ट्रेन किया होगा. आपकी कॉन्वर्सेशन ऐसा लग रहा है, मतलब इज इट लाइक दैट?
No, nothing to do with that. I was born in a Muslim family.
Okay.
Okay. And then not a religious Muslim family. We used to go like to pray twice a year for Ramzan and Bakrid,
Okay. Interesting.
And then I did my background. I have civil engineering background. I did my master's in hydraulics. I did from IIT Roorkee. And then I was into IT and management consulting. I was in the US for 11 years, and I have a total of 15 years of career.
14-15 years?
Yeah, I worked.
You were in?
IT and management consulting.
As in that?
So I was with TCS,
Okay.
Deloitte Consulting, and I was doing strategic consulting
And
in
that,
the US.
that is where were you?
I was for 3 years in Noida.
Okay. 3 years
And then
in Noida.
11 years in US, San Francisco.
In US.
Yes.
US से वापस आने के बाद, US में रहने के बाद आपका as in your mentality is like कि it's very backward.
Yeah, very backward. And I love it. Yes. I realized in that journey that moving forward is not collecting things. Moving forward is letting go of things. That's how we realized. And it's in 12 years.
Interesting.
Kathy and I, we've been to 65 countries together.
65 countries.
Yeah. So
you and your partner.
Yes, my wife. Yeah.
Your wife.
Yes, yes.
And you and your wife are traveling alone? You both, or?
I was traveling because I think 12 years ago, I quit my job. I was the director of a bank.
Okay.
I was managing 4 departments, 80 people. So I was doing all that, setting up things there. But I quit my job. I sold my house, donated everything I had. And then
in US?
In the US, yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. And then I started traveling. And I traveled for a year and a half alone before I met Kathy.
Okay.
And it was in Montenegro, in Europe, southern Europe. And then since then, it's been almost 10 and a half years, and we're traveling together. We got married. We have 3 children, and we continue to travel.
You have 3 kids?
3 kids, yes.
Okay.
They were born along the way.
For a specific viewer who is watching this video,
yeah,
you were a Mohammedan.
Mohammed, yeah.
Mohammedan.
Well,
you can call it.
My parents are Mohammedan. I was born in a Mohammedan family. Let's put it that way.
It's a kind of a controversial conversation you can take.
Yeah, if somebody wants to. Yes.
And from the religion you come from,
sure.
right? And you're praising some other religion's god. That's what they say. That's our god. That's how it is. And you're traveling continuously from last 12 years?
12 years, yes.
And with your kids?
Yes, yes.
Okay. How come is it possible?
We're doing it. So but the question is, how is it possible? Sounds like, what are the obstacles, right?
Yeah.
And we have no obstacles, right? You just have to buy a ticket and find a place to stay and you go, right? And you find food wherever you go in the world. You find like banks to withdraw money. You find transportation. You find internet. And in case of emergencies, you have hospitals and medical facilities. Like so far, we have not needed that because our 3 children, they have not taken a single tablet in their lives.
Tablet?
No. In last 8.5 years.
To understand it more in a more deeper way, you have understood a lot of multiple religion. Okay. in religion perspective also and spiritual perspective also. That was we were talking about, right? So according to you, what you have learned from different religion, and what they actually do to other people, how it play with the mind of the people, according to you.
I don't think I don't consider any religion to be good or bad.
Okay.
Because it serves a purpose and it helps a lot of people, every single religion, right? But the way to look at this, that is the way I look at it and we look at it. There is a truth, there is a reality that this world, universe, and we exist, right? We exist. And then in this existence, the curiosity came in terms of how this works. How does this function? And then we started trying to go deeper and deeper into what is this all about? How does this function? And then we started questioning, is it possible that we can do this? Then we said, like, no, it's not possible for a human to create all this. So there should be a bigger power, a single power who is doing this, right? Plus, if your consciousness rises to a certain level of understanding, imagine it this way, that if you become smart enough, the information about the universe is downloaded to you, of how it's created, what's it all about, everything is downloaded to you. Now, if I want to explain this to you, I need to still bring it down to a level where you can understand. Let's say you understand alphabets A to M. I have to talk XYZ now. I have to bring XYZ within A to M. If I say X, you say, what is that? That's superstition. That doesn't work.
Understood.
So I have to bring it back within that. Plus, you want this information to be practical. You want it like, so what? God created this, like, so what? I want that to be useful for me in day-to-day life.
टीवी देखते देखते पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि कितने नौजवानों की नौकरी की उम्र गुजर गई।
अरे फ्यूचर से इतना डरेगा तो क्या खाक जिएगा?
These are India's young people who are supposed to fuel the country's economy.
मेरा नाम मोहित कुमार है, मैं बठिंडा में रेलवे स्टेशन में कुली का काम कर रहा हूँ। मैं बीटेक की हुई है मैंने।
सरकारी नौकरी प्राप्त करना मुश्किल है।
स्कूल के बाहर जब जिंदगी इम्तिहान लेती है तो सब्जेक्ट वाइज नहीं।
What's your take on this? Your husband is not sending your kid to school.
Well, I think the point for school, in our opinion, is that you need school to get a job later on, to be employable, and very often it's to fit into the culture you live in. So you learn social norms, you learn social skills in this society, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. Apart from that, it's knowledge, right? And in a few years from now, the knowledge will be taking over the same way like mathematics, calculators took over studying all the math. Now we don't need doing all the multiplication. It's useful in daily life, but it's not that necessary anymore. So in a few years from now, AI might take over all of that knowledge that we acquire in school, and our human experience is more important, we believe.
And you have done your studies? As in,
yes,
you're graduated, or?
I did a master's degree in Austria in social work. It's a little different in India, the concept of social work, but it's in Austria, it's a degree where you work with people who have different kind of needs. So I worked with women who are in an abusive relationship, and I was working with them to give them different options what they want to do with their life with that experience. So I get trained in psychology, law, like different diverse background.
And that was your choice to do your master's, or your parents asked you to do it?
My choice, completely. I think in India it's a lot stronger that your parents tell you should be this or that.
Yeah.
It's also slightly there in the West, but in general, it's my choice what I want to do.
But your husband is very rigid in that he's not sending your kids to the school.
Yes, I'm with him. I think almost all decisions we take for our children are discussed and decided. And the way we live, we've been traveling since we met. It's more than 10 years now, and our kids came to us along the way, so they only know changing different locations. If we send them to school, that's not even possible to continue our lifestyle, and we believe it's not beneficial for them. The way they're learning with us, they're studying at home, they're learning the diversity of fields, from after kids learn in school, they know 3 languages.
Mhm.
I speak German with them. I study with them German. My
Okay.
husband speaks Hindi with them. We speak English, my husband and me, so they speak all 3 languages. The oldest can, even the second one can read, write, and speak all languages. And I think they learn about math, they learn about science, but we also want them to learn actually things that are more relevant for life skills, like whether it's finance, whether it's how to be healthy, how to be fit, whether to learn. They learn music, for example, also. And now they're learning harmonium. They have a ukulele with us, so they're exposed to a diversity of things that can be beneficial for the future, and not only knowledge, like memorize and repeat what you learn in school. And they've been to, like, the oldest has been to about 20 countries, the next one to 12 countries. The exposure they get, the amount of people they've talked to, played with, that's, I think, a learning that is very different to what you learn when you stay in one place and you see the same people every single day.
I know it's very good for your ears to
to hear.
Things like these, but in a real world, whosoever is watching you, right, it's not possible for them to follow what you are saying. It's good as in they're hearing it and you're following.
I think everybody has to go their own path. I don't think what we're doing, every single person should do that around the world. Otherwise, we, like, selfishly, we couldn't do it if everybody did that. There won't be any shops, there won't be bus drivers, there won't be auto rickshaw people, and it won't fulfill everybody's desires to do that. Not everybody would be happy doing what we're doing, but we thrive in that. We know that having an end date to the location we're in makes us a lot more conscious to what we're doing, a lot more conscious in what we want to experience, what we want our kids to learn from that location, from that culture, from that surrounding. So we've seen that whenever we know there's a limited time, we live in the moment a lot more. So for our life, we know we want that choice to have a change because it keeps us alive, it keeps us awake and connected to what is around us.
Okay, interesting. I have this a specific question on relationship.
Okay, yes, please.
In Indian culture, you can say, he's the man of the house.
Okay. Sorry.
She's laughing just from this.
I can tell you why. If you want to know, and then you can ask a question.
Yeah.
Our kids, we've raised them in a way that they'll question what does man mean.
Okay.
So they, for a long time, the first few years of their life, they didn't even know that they're girls or boys. We didn't tell them because that information is not relevant. What do you do with that information?
Nothing.
When you live your life, you cook, you go, even if you go to school, if you read books, if you drive a car, does it matter what is inside your pants? In all reality, it does not. But all humans have created that segregation of women are supposed to do this, men are supposed to do this. Girls should not do this, should do that. Boys should not do this, should do that. So we took that off the table for our children. And we said, you need to live and experience whatever you want to experience. Your gender matches when you want to get pregnant, when you get your period, and when you get married. Maybe that's it. Yeah, or when you're breastfeeding, actually. So there's really not
How come you can
much
challenge society norms? How come you can challenge society norms? Society wants you
to fit into it.
Yeah, there should be some rules for girls.
Like what?
Like they should stay in the kitchen.
So when you go to a restaurant, it's men who cook, but at home they don't know how to cook. That doesn't work so well, you know.
Oh, interesting. I think you're the man of the house.
I think we don't have the words. Our kids refer to other people as this human being. This human being. They don't say man or woman. They don't use that. Because in all reality, it really doesn't matter. Do they want to play with a man or a woman, or they want to play? They just want to play. They don't care if it's a kid, if it's an old person. Whoever is interested in play, kids want to play.
How come you are talking about this and nobody else? Most of the people don't know about
question it.
You question it, right? Why? How is it possible?
I think we have time. We don't work. We're only with our children, so we have time to think about every aspect of life. But also, I feel like I think I come from a background where I question these things.
Okay.
Also, my culture is there, like what boys should do, what girls should do, what sports girls do and boys do. It's changing, but it's everywhere around the world. The concept of women cooking at home is also there. But I think like nowadays it's changing there. Like both husband and wife more and more cook. And the husband can learn how to cook too, right? Like it just needs a little bit of brain and hands.
Do you guys fight? Do you guys fight?
Rarely, actually. Very rarely. I think like we had so much time together. Since we met, we've been together 24/7. So we have time to discuss any topic of this world. So I think we have come to a place where we know how we want to live life. We know how we want to be together. So we don't really have conflict because we talk about stuff. We talk about whatever arises in us, whatever is bothering us. We discuss it and that's it.
Interesting. One thing for a good relationship or great relationship, what do you think? One thing
tip.
according to you, yeah.
A
1,
tip.
2, 3, 5, 6.
First thing,
tips,
talk about everything.
Okay.
Talk about stuff.
Conscious conversations.
Yeah, otherwise you don't know what's going on in the other person. What else? I think other thing is take care of yourself.
Okay.
Only if you're happy with yourself, you can be happy in a relationship. Your partner can never make you happy. If you're unhappy, no matter what the other person does, you're unhappy.
A lot of girls say, as in my partner, they say the opposite thing.
Then my partner doesn't make me happy.
Yeah.
He cannot make you happy.
Or sad.
If you, for them it's sad too. It's your own choice in all reality. If you, in all reality, that's all it is. You're the only one in this world that can decide if you want to live happy or if you want to live sad. Yes, your partner can do nonsense and you can do stuff, but it's the same thing. It's like if you, for example, you're just fresh in love, right? If other people outside the relationship tell something stupid to you, you don't care. You're like, those stupid people, let them talk. If you're in an unhappy place, you'll be thinking about it for days and days. Like, they said that, they did this, they did that. So I think it's only you who can make yourself happy or sad.
Interesting.
So take care of yourself and talk about stuff.
Take care of yourselves and
talk with each other.
Talk with each other.
Yes.
Interesting. And parenting.
Okay.
Yeah. Your way of parenting is way different from the normal people I see. And they are spending, as in, actually I'm doing a series called Schools of India. And I'm traveling to multiple government schools, pan India, and asking the same question from the parents, why they are sending their kids to the school, something like that. And same question to the kids.
Yes.
Nobody had the answer to this question, why they're going it, because the family member or some neighbor suggested or something like that. They have to follow things like that. But you guys are not sending your kids and even teaching them very differently or something like that.
Yeah.
It's completely a very different mindset you guys are having. And how you guys are doing it. Now, this from you, I want to know, and I'll ask him also.
Yes.
But how you guys are doing it?
Like raising our kids.
Yes.
I think it's just happening. I know it always. We discuss about things. We talk about how we want to raise them, what we want them to learn, experience, what human beings we want them to be exposed to, how we want them to. I don't know what they want to learn. But I think you can ask him too. I think he can share his point of view. I think we discuss about what matters to us and what values we want to pass on to them, and then do it.
Okay, you're from?
I'm from Austria in Europe.
Austria.
Yes.
Okay, and this is your how many years you're in India?
How many years in India? Well, we're not permanently in India. We travel within India. We go outside. We come back. But altogether, I think I've been in India maybe 6 years, more or less, but in different parts. Like we stayed in Goa for a year, we stayed in Kerala on a farm for a year with 2 elephants, which was awesome. We stayed in Manali with snowfall and everything for 7 months. We stayed outside Hyderabad in a jungle area with snakes and peacocks and everything for a year. So we've been like moving around India. We've traveled to north, like north, northeast, and all. So it's been like 5-6 years.
5-6 years.
Yeah.
So as in, I met a lot of Europeans.
Okay.
The culture, when you talk about spirituality, when you talk about meditation, when you talk about yoga, right, it's actually not there. Most of the cases, it's not there.
Interesting.
And when they come to India, they get the idea of it. But it's completely different culture.
Yes.
Completely different culture. Right?
Yes.
What's your point on that? How you take this
Coming from Europe
to India and how differently you see it?
I do think that I grew up in a Christian family, for example.
Okay.
Like we did go to church and all that, and I left my religion officially, and I'm following my own path now. And I do think that in the West, I feel like the religion is slowly dying off, but in India, it's still alive, and I find that really, really refreshing, actually. That there's talk about God, there's talk about I don't know, deities, about afterlife, about anything. Like people are really excited to discuss the topic, and it's part of culture, part of everyday life. You see temples everywhere. You're seeing people doing prayers. It's very much part of like festivities. It's a big part of the culture.
Correct.
And I think that's what makes India so different to most countries that we've been to, all countries, because it has that strong desire to figure out, strong desire to for moksha, actually, for liberation. Everybody has their own path. It's like, I want to understand. There's so much curiosity, so much discussion, so much happening. So I think that's quite specific and different in India, that people, also young people, talk about God and like different topics.
In India, a lot of people believe things blindly.
Outside too.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's the same about life. If you ask people in school, why do you send them to school? They just follow. Like most people don't question the steps, or don't also have the time to question everything they're doing. So you just follow what the society around you does without questioning, why am I actually doing that? Why am I following that path and not this? A lot of times, like, people are busy with their lives. They're busy making a living. They're busy, I don't know, talking with people, or like whatever's happening in their life. They're busy with that, and they're not taking the time, or they don't have the time to think about their choices in life. Who sits back and discusses that?
Nobody.
A few people. I'm sure the people who do it, and possibly more and more young people also, especially in India. But in general, people don't sit down to think like, why am I actually doing this and not that?
Interesting.
Yeah. We had time for all that. So we thought about all aspects of life and discussed.
And you're talking about this stuff, and you're applying this stuff in your life, right?
Yes.
You sit, you talk to yourself, and you apply those stuff to you. But are you teaching, or are you sharing this knowledge or something, whatever you are doing, with other people, or just this is within your boundaries?
See, I think like we meet a lot of people on the street, and the way we look, my husband looking like Indian and I look like European or like foreign. People are very curious, especially we have 3 kids, right? So a lot of attention comes, and people, Indian people are very curious, and people are not shy to ask. So we have a lot of conversations anywhere, like whether it's along Ganga, whether it's on their auto rickshaw, wherever it is, people ask questions. So we share whatever we know with people. We do, or we did have like we're a little bit on social media where we share our learnings, understandings over the years. So we do that, and we're happy to share with whoever we meet. Like if it can help someone lead a happier life or question their life choices, we're happy to share. We do that like regularly, actually. Yes.
Right. Been to how many countries? 256.
Together, 65.
65 countries.
Yes. So I've been to some that he's not been to. He's been to some that I've not
Okay.
been to. Altogether, 65. we've seen.
Which country is the best according to you?
Our kids would ask which finger is the best. Because every finger has a different function. Every finger is important for you to do stuff. Every country is different. Every country.
Where you want to stay? This country, I want to stay for longer. That's how.
Not one place. I think that's why we're doing this. I'm happy to be in a place, to go explore, to meet people, to see how locals live, eat the food, experience the culture, festivities, all that. I'm happy to explore. But if I'm supposed to stay somewhere for longer, I feel like suffocated. I'm like, I need to move now. I need to see something new. I think like my husband and me, we work the same way. We want to experience a diversity of things. And our kids too, at some point they ask like, when are we going to the next place? So they're used to this way of life now. So there's no one place. I think we want to see the world. We want them to see the world, for the mind to be open, and only if you see things, if you experience things, you can incorporate it and understand more of life. From books, you don't get all that.
That's true. Interesting. You can order your husband whatever you want to, or
order.
Yeah.
It's like you go do this. We don't talk like that. We have a
But
loving relationship.
Who's more dominant?
I don't think we have that.
No?
I think we have like, I think even today we said, I think we complement each other.
Oh.
So the areas where I have more strength, the areas where he has more strength, so we combine it, and then we create an environment that hopefully is pleasant for kids and us.
That's very calm answer. Like a spiritual person is talking to me. I need a wife.
Need a wife. What does that mean?
Who keeps complaining about his husband. That's.
But then what do you do with that? In all reality, like
it's a contra.
See, I think like a lot of societies have created that I don't know, that partnership where the husband goes to work. Nowadays it's changing, but in the olden times, husband goes to work, wife sits at home and complains about the husband. So you have something to talk about, some problems to discuss. If you're happy at home doing your housework, society is not happy with you.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to discuss my issues with you. Let's meet up together and talk about problems. Like in friendships, very often the things you discuss is the issues you have. You don't share like, I'm so excited, I'm learning this new thing, you know what it is? The other person is like, okay, like let's talk about the juice, you know? So I think people generally don't want to hear the happy stuff. They want to exchange
Mirch
like
masala they want.
Exactly. So I think we're not interested in that so much. So
masala is missing from this. Okay, last question from you. It's feminine energy. I really want your point on feminine energy. How do you see that? Or how do you see feminine energy and according to you?
I think you can ask my husband too. I feel like he has
I'll ask him
background with the
according to you.
Reading. According to me, well, I think like the first thing I learned is that there's not male female but masculine and feminine. So a male person can have as much feminine energy as a female person, and a female person can have as much male energy as a male, or more. Like everything exists in the world, right? We're all different, so all possibilities can be explored and tried out. So for me, feminine energy, I believe, has that creative energy, that nourishing energy. I would say that. But again, you have deities in India that are very fierce and powerful and destructive and all. So I think, ask my husband one more time. He might tell you more about this.
Okay. I just wanted to see as in feminine energy creates, right? And you're giving birth to a new life. That's the aspect.
Yes, that's
I'll ask the same question with him also, right? You're creating a life.
Yes.
And what what differences you see in yourself from a
For men.
girl
Okay.
and or right to when you transit to a mother, right? Here, mother, you are a part of creation, and here you have created something. What changes you so much if you have observed it? So,
Okay.
as in,
So the first thing I'll say is I don't think I have created anything, because I, as well, you can discuss what is I, right?
yeah,
But this body has created something,
yes,
and it's not in my control how the baby looks, what it does, how it turns out. Nothing in my hand. All I can do is I can help eat healthy food and exercise, so it gets more vitamins, more minerals, more of the nutrients that it needs, and it gets a healthy mother that can take care of the baby. That's all I can do. Well, and plus mental, like you're meditating, yoga, all this is helpful for the baby to have a calm arrival and have a calm surrounding. So this is the, I did not create anything. I'm the observer. I was happy to give birth to these
I'm
three
the
babies.
observer. Okay.
I can contribute
can-
in how it happens, but in all reality, when the contractions start is also not in my hands. A lot of women wish for, like, I want it to happen now, and all, not in your hands. Whatever you can do, try and meditate and do your yoga, whatever you can do, but it's not in your hands, all of it. So turning from a non-mother to a mother, I think like having children is just an abundance of learning, love, experience, learning about yourself, your own conditioning that you have, your own topics you deal with. It's like abundance of in all directions. So I think it's just your life. I think you cannot imagine having children without experiencing it, because your life just turns upside down in all directions. Like the way you operate everyday life is not directed by you suddenly only, but your children play part in that, and that's a beautiful journey to like see all aspects of them and you, and like growing together. So it's just a huge change, but a beautiful change in experiencing motherhood and experience. I don't know if it's a mother experiencing having a child in your life.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let's invite him back. She's trained now by him.
No. We have no training. No, you only train animals, circus animals. In partnership, you talk, discuss, understand each other. Yes.
Are you sure about it?
Yes, 100%. That's our point of view. If you're training someone, that means you're training someone to do certain things according to your point of view.
No, as in a lot of parents train their daughter how to behave in someone else's home. जब आप पति के घर, देव के घर जाओगे, तो ऐसा behave करना है आपको.
No, it's one. See, they live in a culture where that's how that is their survival mechanism. If they don't do that, they cannot survive in that culture.
Interesting.
Right. So, but if you take the same concept to an educated liberal person in a city, in Delhi or Mumbai, they don't think that way, right?
Yeah.
So it's more like it's all cultural context. Every culture, there's nothing one thing in the world. Even though our minds want to believe, there is some people believe this. What do people say? But in reality, that uniformity of group of people who all think alike, they really don't exist. It's just your imagination.
Interesting. So, as in which school your kids are going right now?
Like I said, no school.
No school.
No school.
Why?
Well, like I said, the purpose of school is twofold, right? At least from our point of view. One is employability.
Yeah.
The second one is to learn enough skills and cultural rightness, like cultural appropriateness, so you can fit into a society as a good person, or as a good citizen, law-abiding citizen for that culture. Right? So what we did was, like I talked about AI a little bit, like where AI is coming in, where most of the knowledge-based education that we have today, which is 90 to 95%, will be taken away by AI. Humans won't be needed for that.
Correct.
Right. So anything that is experienceable by you, that anything that you learn through experience, and that uniqueness that you have through your experience, that you can contribute to those, that is what is needed from each individual after AI revolution.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So we are focusing only on that. not on the knowledge aspect, because for knowledge aspect, we just need to train them to go on a computer and type, right? Look up for an answer. That's all they need.
But actually, you're challenging the whole world who are, let me just give it to that point.
Sure,
Okay?
sure. Yeah.
Who are, as I'm from 6 years, right? First time your kid see a school, a proper school, when he's 6 or he or she is 6. 6 साल से होते हैं.
Yeah.
And from 6 years to 21 or 22 years old, आप एक कॉलेज वाला एक
I
एजुकेशन,
went through that, right? I went through that. Yeah.
राइट, वो एक
Yes,
नॉर्मल
yes,
कल्चर.
yes.
उसके बाद आप जो है कॉलेज से निकल के आप एक जॉब करते हैं,
ठीक है.
एंड यू फॉलो इट.
Yeah, absolutely.
और जॉब करने के बाद 4-5 साल जॉब करने के बाद आप
थोड़ी सी
शादी
छुट्टी
के
मिलती
आपको
है.
रिश्ते आते हैं, छुट्टी, शादी के रिश्ते आते हैं. फिर आप शादी करते हो,
Yes,
बच्चे
yes,
होते हैं,
yes.
फिर आप बच्चों को पालते हो, और सेम
बच्चे को
प्रोसेस
स्कूल भेजते हो. Yes, yes. Yes, and it's
Right.
good.
अब
But if you
बच्चे,
look at all these things, right? One thing why you're doing this is to make a living,
yeah,
right?
yes,
What if your parents saved enough for you
Hmm.
that you don't have to work in your life? What is the purpose of your education? Possibly the second thing is to fit into a society as a good citizen.
yeah,
What
kind
if you don't have a society and you're traveling around the world? All you need to learn is how to experience your life, physically be at the peak of your health, mentally be at a place of your absolute balance. You know how to meditate, you know how to do exercise, yoga, you know how to climb a mountain, how to push your body. You can do all of that. And you learning. Other thing is, if it's all about money, why are you not learning about money from kindergarten? Why are you not learning about macroeconomics in your first grade?
Yeah.
Why are you not learning about money, which your education is all about making money at the end, but until you take a major in economics, you don't want to understand about money, business, how GDP works, how the
Nothing.
country's world economy is working, how the money is flowing, how the emerging technologies are contributing to the economy, how you can tap into that. None of this is taught to you about how to play with money, but all the work you're doing is about money. Doesn't it sound a little ridiculous?
Yeah.
Like what you're studying is with a promise that someday it will make you money as long as you are holding a certificate or working under someone and getting a monthly salary. Right? And if I tell you, okay, become a blogger and make money, write a book and make $2 million and then just retire in 2 years for the rest of your life.
Interesting.
What's wrong with that? Right? I'm not saying that they will do that. I'm just saying they will have so many options that if they want to make money, they will have 1,000 things that they can do. But right now, like I said, we are trying to invest money in such a way that they don't have to work in their life. They don't have to work a day under someone for making a living. Right?
Yeah.
Because like I said, you need to understand how money flows, both from a material perspective, world economics perspective, from a spiritual perspective, from an energy perspective. You understand what money is, how it flows, how you can tap into that.
What is
Why
money?
didn't- huh?
What is money? Let's talk about
Money
it.
for me is simply energy.
Energy.
It's energy that can be exchanged for value. For value.
Okay.
And if you have money that is not being exchanged for value, so it's being stored, that is unused energy.
Unused.
It is hoarded energy. So hoarding money without using it, without making it flow through the world, and not providing any value in corresponding to that. For example, let's say if you have a 20 lakh rupee land, right? You buy a land and you say 20 years from now, this 20 lakhs will become 1 crore. But for like those 20 years, this 20 lakhs is stuck.
Yeah.
That's not flowing. Whether it's producing any money back to you or to do it. Maybe you're paying taxes for the land for a year to the government, but beyond that, the money has no flow. Right? And most people see money as something to hold on to and hold on to, not to see if I have this money, how do I want to experience this? What do I want to experience in life once I have this? Let's say some people say, oh, tomorrow I want to have, I don't know, 1 crore. I say like, okay, but don't talk about 1 crore. Talk about what is it that you want to experience in life. I want to travel to all parts of India. For that, I need X amount of money. I want to be able to travel in my business class to all flights that I take, right? Whatever that dream that you have is, you need to see what is it that you want to experience, and the corresponding money will come, and it will manifest and it will come. But most people, what they do is they want to go infinitely after collecting money without knowing what I want to experience with it. So that's why there is a huge stress that comes with the money. Even if you have money, it comes along with that a lot of stress. It brings it. But if your money is coming with to support your dream, your wishes to experience something, it's like a joyful flow, right? And why will it create any problem? So money is a wonderful thing that you must have. Everybody should have. In this today's world, you need it for food, clothing, shelter, and anything you want to experience. But you need to have a very healthy relationship and understanding about what it is and what value it provides. Like my clothes, the value of that is to protect from the weather. That's the primary purpose of my clothes.
That's true.
But if I exchange that into style being my primary purpose, then I wear clothes in sun that are not appropriate and put sunscreen, and put chemicals into my body, and then we just turn this around. You have to first look at the purpose of why you are taking something in. You meet that need first completely, and then add style to it. Then it makes sense.
All the companies will sue you after this.
I'm pretty sure there's not millions of people who wants to listen to this and follow this advice. I'm just saying that anything in life, food is to protect and support what you want to do with this body. If I want to go climbing on a mountain, I want to eat food that supports that. If I work on a farm, I need something to support that. If I'm intellectually using my brain to sit in an office and use only my mind, I need food to support that. But there is no general standard to say this is good food, this is right nutrition. It's like for what activity, right? So everything is aligned with a goal of what you want to do, and your food, clothing, shelter, money should support that.
Actually, you mentioned food wala part.
Yeah.
So I had this conversation a few days back with someone. We were talking about veg and non-veg concept, and the person was against non-veg because of multiple reasons. He mentioned. What's your take on that? What kind of food is for example, pranic food with positive energy, negative food. Then there is zero prana food, we call it.
Sure.
Do you believe in this, or
it's not a belief? It's like we've experimented with all those foods.
What's your
see? There is something there's a foods that induce activity inside you, agitation. That there are foods that bring air element inside you, like vata foods. There are pitta foods that kind of make you agitated. Then there are kapha foods that make you lethargic. And then there is a gunas that are rajasic, tamasic, sattvic guna. Right. So if you look at from gunas perspective, so every food comes with certain, you can say, characteristics. Like for example, if you eat black pepper, it increases the body heat. Right? If you eat cumin, it increases body heat. If you eat a cucumber, it cools down your body. Right? So every food has certain characteristics. That is at a physical function, you can say, right? But also at a level, if you go to non-veg versus veg, the type of being it is, right? If there is a plant or if it's animal that has got emotions and all, the number of you can say hormones, the number of energy points, right? They're different, and they're a bit more. Right? So the more closer you come from evolutionary perspective to your human body, with emotions, with hot blood, with the meat and all. So the emotions are that much stronger in that being. If you go farther and farther and farther for human beings, like for example birds, like chicken, like a fish, plants, they're genetically a bit far away from a human genetics. So those things will have less disturbing impact on your body. Right? So question is, we all need to eat. There is no escape from that. Now the question is, what kind of foods do you want to eat? Because then, for example, you say, I have certain emotions in me. Where are they coming from? Right? So a lot of cultures also understood that even in Islam, for example, they have a concept of halal. But in reality, the way I understand, the purpose of halal is if an animal sees itself being killed, at the last moment, the hormones of fear and this like absolute fear that it has, that it generates specific hormones in the body.
Okay.
And when it's killed and you consume that, those hormones will induce the same emotions inside you over time.
Okay.
Right? But they have given a halal procedure where the animal is killed almost instantly before those emotions arise. So instantly that,
Okay.
so then you still need to consume. But if you live in a country where all you can find is a desert, where you don't have like vegetables and all the luxury we have in India, all they have is like a desert and animals. So you have to kill a camel and eat because you need to survive. Right?
Okay.
But the way they have to do that is to make sure that the emotional imbalance that is caused out of fear of the animal and all is reduced. Right? So from that, they all introduce those processes. Maybe if they say you should not eat meat of a pig, for example. One of the reasons possibly Muslim culture or even Jewish culture recommend eating pig meat, for example, right? Pork.
Yeah.
And in my understanding, one possible reason for that could be that pigs are the only animals that can contain tapeworms that can transfer into a human being.
Okay.
Right? Unless you cook the animal at a certain temperature for a certain period of time, you will transfer that animal, and it's health-wise, it's not safe for you.
Okay.
And the biggest thing they wanted to do at that time was your population, especially male population, the more healthy and more population you have, that's your strength to protect your territory. So they created a lot of things surrounding that. So their approach there was about protecting themselves. That here, for example, if you come to India, they didn't have to deal with all the conflicts that were going on there. So their approach for food was more about something that supports your moksha. Right? So they all evolved differently for different requirements.
Correct.
So we cannot say this is right, that is wrong.
That's right.
And in today's world, you need to decide what your goal is. Right? If I'm, let's say, we live sometimes in countries where it's really difficult to find vegetables. It's almost non-existent. Then you have to get in line with where you can get your proteins, and you can get your carbs, you get your fiber and all. You can't just say I need only veggies, then you'll be eating carrots on the street all day, So we prefer eating more vegetables and fruits. At home also, we almost rarely eat meat.
Okay.
And also with this home, we agreed with the owner that we'll not cook or bring anything here. So also we just go out, and it's very rare. Once in a few months we go out and eat. That's also not to have that identity that we are vegetarians.
Do you believe as in food have positive energy, negative energy?
There is no positive, negative. I would say it has energy.
Okay.
Because right now, depending on your goals, if you want to just enjoy a day of sitting and doing nothing, enjoy potatoes. But if you want to eat something that energizes you, wakes you up, and you want to go do something, that's not supporting your goal. So that's a bad food for that day.
Okay.
But on a day where you want to do something active, you want to eat food that are not lethargic.
Okay.
So the food is never right or wrong, good or bad.
Depends on the situation.
Depending on your goals, what you want to do with your body,
okay,
the food should support that activity. So more than that, that's how we see food. Food is fuel for your goals and your activity.
Interesting. All right. And let's talk about parenting.
Okay.
Right. You have 3 kids.
Yes.
And you're not sending them to any school.
Right.
And education is very important as per education, or the way of education people think is very important for the society. You'll get the job and things like that, right?
Yes.
What do you think as in education is for you, as in
True.
the right kind of education you're giving to kids or something like that?
Yeah. See, the way we see education is, if you look at 500 years ago, what was education that time? Right.
Gurukul.
Yeah. And what is the objective and aim of that?
Life
education,
skills.
right? It's life skills.
Yes.
And also have enough skills depending on your role. If you're a leader, you need to have enough skills to be able to support the community. Correct. If you're a person who is working, fighting for the society like Kshatriya, you need to support that. But in all of this, doing these activities, you should be using them as a platform to achieve moksha. Right? The idea behind all these things, ultimate goal is always moksha. Moksha. You do that as a Brahmin, you do that as a Kshatriya, you do that as a Shudra. Shudra doesn't means like untouchable, it's all cultural things, but it's more like someone who is doing the end work, the activity of things, who is a foot soldier, you can say, who's getting the things done at the end. So everybody comes with a certain temperament and mindset and things to do things, and a system was created where by doing that itself you can get to moksha, right? And that was created, and slowly we came into a system where we started giving value not to moksha but to the status in the society, but how much money you make, how many things you possess. And now the question comes, how do you get to the place where you can have all those things, right? And then there was a introduction of this education system, and like what kind of activities can you do to make money, buy a home, get status in the society. So that for that you started getting this kind of skills are needed. Now I want to mass train people for these skills. Then education system started having 100 kids sitting in somewhere. Teachers are trained to say, okay, I'll teach you this. A curriculum is created with an end goal of kids learning that skill, and they're employable to work with those skills. So slowly an education system is created. But if you look at it, there are different levels of people economically, right? People who are really poor, who are doing work with their hands, doing labor work. If their child can go to school and fall into this system and become wealthy, their lifestyle will be uplifted.
Right.
For them, it is a must. It is needed. There are some people who have borderline money where they may fall here or there. It is needed for them. There are people who are in the upper middle class. They have lots of money, but they have the need for societal respect, societal, possessing things, attachment to material stuff.
Correct.
For them, what they're doing in life right now will not support as much that education and degree and job will support.
True.
Right. And then you come to the places where people have a lot of money. I don't understand why they go to school. Well, a lot of money, as in they have enough money to survive for their life until they die.
True.
That when I say for life means until they die, they have enough money for themselves, and they've created. Then the money that they have becomes a way to experience how they want to experience the remaining part of their life. And where will education come in here? Education will only come in that if I want to become a mountain climber, I don't have the technique and skills to climb a mountain. Now my education is to learn mountain climbing, right? That is my education.
Yeah, that's true.
Because whatever I want to experience in life now, education is to make sure that experience is much richer, much deeper.
But people don't call it education. When you
training, you can say you're getting a skill, or you're learning something,
kind of thing.
Whatever you want to say. So education is important for different people at different economic levels.
Correct.
You cannot put the same thing for everyone. So if I take this idea to someone who is struggling in their life and tell their child to not send them to school, it's not going to work. And also the way economics work have changed quite a bit. If today's world, if somebody is going to school, studying 15-20 years, getting an MBA, getting a degree, they are going to work in a bank or somewhere, making 30, 40, 50,000 rupees a month, wearing a tie, working Saturdays, Sundays and all, working really hard. After how much of money they invested, lakhs and lakhs, 30, 40, 50, 60 lakhs of rupees. And there is another person there coming on Ganga and sending pani puri for 2 hours a day. He's making 70,000 rupees a month. So if it is about money, then what are we doing, right? So we are just thinking that we started with the system, but the surrounding ways of making money, the societal, economical situation changed, but the people's idea about education is still stuck there. They think like somehow that if I work hard, get my degree, my life will be great. It was there maybe 30, 40 years ago. If you get a government job, you'll stay there until you retire and get your retirement. Then the private jobs came. Then the private jobs, everybody is shifting every 3 years, 4 years, right? And then everybody's being fired every 1-2 years. So where is your how is it going to help and provide the stability, the money and support you're looking for? It's not there anymore. So unless you understand and change yourself according to how the economics of the world are changing, you'll just be like, somebody did that 30 years ago, I do it now hoping that it's going to again work now. It's not going to work. It may work for few people, but most of the people, it's not going to work in 10 years.
Well, you have to see what's working out for you. and how you're giving value to the world.
What is your life's purpose? How do you want to live your life? And you need to support money, your education, the society support system, your health, everything should align with that. And most people don't have an understanding of their life purpose, what they are here to experience. So they're looking at what has been told in the society, what has been told in the culture, what the parents told, what other people are doing, what they watch here, read a book and say, oh, this is what is good. But they don't themselves have the ability to discover, this is my purpose. If you are interested in Indian culture, they also have these sciences, occult sciences, called numerology, astrology. They reveal those things, but they have been pushed away.
Do you know about it?
I'm studying a little bit about astrology.
Nice.
But they reveal a lot of different aspects about your life purpose and everything. So if it is presented to you, why do you want to waste your time, trying to rediscover those things?
Yeah, actually, it's a very good point. A lot of Indians don't believe in these sciences, which is this is ours.
Most educated sense, most educated people are
lot of
not
educated.
Yeah, most of the other people, like 70-80% who live in villages and all, they still follow all these things. They may not be doing it the way it was done in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're still, without looking muhurt, they won't do these things. Without looking at kundli, they won't get married.
Well-educated people, they're not following.
I think unfortunately education is taking away it's taking away the essence of humanity, and people somehow started believing that's what is progress. The progress is to let go of things and be attached more to the knowledge. But funnily, I don't know if you ever know this, in Bible, there is the original sin. The original sin they talk about it, right? Adam and Eve eating the apple. They don't eat apple from the apple tree.
Okay.
They tree apple from the tree of knowledge.
Okay.
So the moment you collect knowledge and give something as good and bad. So the first piece of knowledge you collected was, I exist, separate from God. Me, I exist. Then I was like, I have shame, I have this, I am here, my wife is like, the separation. The first thing for all those, the world to exist, is you should be separate from everything else. That is the original sin, the first sin. Right?
Okay.
And that happened when you collect the knowledge of it. So now we think we're collecting knowledge or knowledge. I'm this fan of this RCB team, I'm this or this, I like this, I don't like this is good, this is bad. It's all division. You're adding
not
on top
experiences,
of the other.
only knowledge.
It's only knowledge, and with judgmental segregating knowledge. And everybody says this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong, I like this, I don't like this. That's separate. When you have a matrix of million separations, and then you want to look for the right answer through that, like you lost with the made up information, right? So it doesn't, like, even if your nose, if I say this is your nose, you created that from here to here is my nose, but the body doesn't know that from here to here is nose, this is my cheek. It doesn't know that. A tree doesn't know this is leaf, this is branch, this is root. It's a tree. But for our sake of analysis or whatever it is, we separated it. Then we said this is green leaf, this is brown leaf. Then somebody says I like green leaves, I like brown leaves. So the separation is from our point of view.
Interesting.
But nature functions independent of this.
Okay, with your thoughts, it's very difficult to travel.
No, we travel because of our thoughts. Because we have no issues going anywhere.
How do you travel? Well, as in, it's very
bus, train, flight, ship,
walking.
walking.
With the kids, as in, you have 3 kids.
They're always
one wife.
Yes.
3 kids and 1 wife.
Yeah.
And traveling with all of them.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually difficult. But how do you do that?
It's difficult as in what aspect do you see as difficult? Because we buy a ticket, we got onto a bus, and we find a place to eat. We play with each other. They enjoy time with their mother and father. They get tired. We read stories to them. We put them to sleep. They wake up happy to our cuddles and massage. Like, what aspect are you looking at as
there's no
difficult?
me time in that case?
With me time as in
it's your own time. That's how.
And what do you want to do with that? Like, you want to go away to escape from
sitting with yourself. Do you do that, or
they when they're reading book, I'm reading my book. Why do I need to kind of physically disappear from anyone to do what I want to do, right?
Interesting.
If I'm sitting here and I can talk to you and meditate with you, right? I can meditate while talking to you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why do you need to go into space and like do something else?
Okay.
Yeah,
In that perspective, as in
yeah.
how do you travel? What things you follow when you are traveling?
See, for us, the trigger for moving to the next place
Huh.
is this place is no longer enriching us and our children.
Okay.
I think when we get to a point where we feel like the experiences here, sometimes even the cultural intrusion into your life, right? People becoming close to you and telling you should do this, you should do that, this is right, this is wrong. That happens, or we feel like we have seen enough that this environment is not providing much enrichment for us and our children. Because children needs different things at different stages of their life.
Correct.
The children, they just want mama, papa. Sometimes they want to go play outside. They want to be sometimes in the sun. Sometimes they want to interact with other children. They have different needs. When we see that is not possible in that place, then we just move to a new place. And which place we move, it depends on when we decide that. Then we look up which part of the world, the weather, the flight tickets, like that. But for example, we were in India last time 2 years ago, and then we wanted to go somewhere in Southeast Asia, and we're looking for tickets, and we looked at Thailand. That was our idea, to go to Thailand, stay for a few months, but the flight was at overnight, and we didn't want our children to just be awake all night, and we looked for a flight that was leaving at 9:30 and getting there at 2 o'clock to Malaysia. We said, okay, we'll go to Malaysia. So we went to Malaysia, and we ended up staying there for almost 9 months.
Oh.
So we went like back and forth for 9 months. So like
How to manage the money wala part?
See, we worked, right? We worked in the past.
Okay.
And like I said, I was working in the US and I was making around 200K a year.
Oh.
So
$200K.
$200,000 US. This was 12 years ago.
12 years ago,
Yeah.
$200K.
Yes. And like
okay.
I had a 4-bedroom house that time in the US, near San Francisco.
Okay.
And then all these things, like we combined all our assets, and then we put that in investments, and we get interest from that, and we're traveling off. And I believe
Crazy.
most of the people in the world today who have worked for 10, 15, 20 years have enough assets, properties, money, jewelry, everything. If they just liquidate everything and put in a bank, they can live in a big bungalow with a driver and move around the world happily without any issues. And they don't have to work a single day. But people are still working,
Yeah,
and
continuously.
they know the reasons why they're doing that.
Yeah.
But for us, that's kind of what supports our.
Interesting. Is this the only way to do it, or
For us at the moment, this is the way we feel is most appropriate.
Okay.
Because see, this one gives us opportunity to be with my wife and with children. We're able to give them education. Like for example, Nora is 8 years now, and she's already studying 3rd and 4th standard NCERT books. Right? She's studying Upanishads. She knows ins and outs of Ramayana and Mahabharata. She knows all the Bhagavatam stories of Krishna, right? And they're studying about all the aspects of Upanishads. They know the understand of the concept of mind. And they do Upasana of the deities. Right? They can do 500 push-ups in a day, not continuously. They know how to do yoga. They can do meditation. They have talked to thousands of kids around the world. They know how to interact with adults, how with children, how to play, how to approach, how to know when the lines are being crossed. Do you think like I want to give this up, stay in one place, send them to one culture, one school, and tell them like you need to now go to school because everybody thinks that's right for you? Like you just need to see how much they're gaining from this sale. And I feel like I have worked in so many different fields in my career. I went to IIT, I studied in IT, I've worked in technology, management consulting, strategy. I can teach so many things. Kathy has done social work, she's been to Africa, she studied with a lot of kids, and she has a very different skills in terms of the way she teaches music. She's teaching her harmonium right now, and flute is there at home, there is the ukulele, and we have tabla at home. Do you think it's even like 10% of that is not possible if you go to school? You need to get 5 trainers, 5 coaches to do all this stuff.
And you travel with these instruments, or?
We bought most of the instruments here.
Okay.
Like a tabla, harmonium we bought here. But we travel always with ukulele, flute, and harmonica.
Oh.
So they're always with us.
Interesting.
So
interesting character. All right. Last very important question.
Yep.
we were in the start we were talking about male female part, and your wife, beloved wife, she said there is no male female, and even your kids do not know about it.
No, not necessarily not male female, but
But as in, if we let's understand that. Let's talk about feminine and masculine. What's your understanding of feminine and masculine energies, and how we should also look towards it according to you?
See, for me, according to it, there is something, a concept of drishti. Drishti is like your point of view, right? From where are you looking at it, right? If you take it higher to the highest level, there is only one. There's no masculine, feminine. There's nothing. There's just it is, right?
It is.
Thing is there. Whatever you want to call. Somebody calls Shiva. Somebody calls Vishnu. You know. Somebody calls Krishna, Allah. Whatever. This is. Now we want to see it from like, okay, but it is functioning. It's moving around. It's doing things. From my point of view, I'm at a point maybe 1,000 levels below, but I want to see, and from that level, I want to see how does it act, how does it do. So I bring it one level down. So then the first level down is where you see two types of energies.
Okay.
One is the energy that supports the energy coming from behind, masculine.
Okay.
And one that is activity that is happening.
Oh.
So the activity aspect of that thing is feminine. The one that is producing energy from behind is the masculine. You can call masculine is Shiva, the feminine is Shakti. And through that perspective, people take it one level up and say Ardhanarishwari. Both is one. But if you bring it down, it becomes Shiva Shakti. Or it can become Krishna and Radha. Right? So you can bring it down to the levels, then you can bring it down from that energy, and then you say, okay, from the feminine energy you have a aggressive energy, creative energy, destructive energy. So anything that is activity is a feminine energy.
Okay.
So but what we confuse that, in my opinion, is we tied it to male and female physical bodies.
Yeah.
I'm moving my hand. Without feminine energy, I'm not moving my hand. Right? And I'm going to my state of the one that is powering this, that energy from behind, that is powering this activity, is that masculine energy. Right? And that is there in both male and female. Right? So the feminine and masculine, unfortunately, we confuse with male and female. It's not like that. So if I'm celebrating feminine festivals, unfortunately, we tie it all to women and say woman has to do this puja. You have to do Varalakshmi Vratam that happened 2 days ago. Varalakshmi puja is supposed to be done by females. Okay, but the Varalakshmi's energy, which also is balances Venus planet, I need it too. So I should be also doing that puja to get that benefit. You know? So it's more like, I think that should not be confused. But culturally, in a society where things are separated by male, female, and you need to provide this for a gender, this for a gender, those things were created. But I don't think it's appropriate to segregate a gender for energy. They should be done by both, because you cannot say Navratri for women. Navratris are only for females. It's not male. But everybody, if you go to tantric style, everybody practices that. They don't look into this cultural segregation. So I hope it explains.
Yeah.
So the energy masculine feminine is very different than male female. Male female is based on the roles, and when you're trying to fight the roles of the society of how one is suppressed, right, then you need to rise up and try to create opportunities based on that. But if you tie it to feminine energy and call it feminism, I think that's kind of where it got convoluted, where you're not able to explain with the feminine. I also have the feminine energy. What about my feminine energy? Where does that go?
Interesting.
Because just because I have a male body, my feminine energy also need to be nourished. I also need to be creative. Then energy nourished when I do creative stuff, nourishing stuff, taking care of things. I need to do that too. And if I don't do that, and I focus more on being a man and masculine, which the society tells me how I should be, then my masculine energy is too high, feminine energy is low, then I'm imbalanced. So I'll get diseases related to all the other feminine energy diseases. So I'll have all those issues in my body. right? I'm not expressing my emotions. I'm holding on to my emotions. I'll have thyroid issues. I'm holding on to my emotions of fear and anger. I'll have heart issues. I'll have jealousy, anger thing. I'll have issues with my stomach and digestion.
That's interesting.
So like all these chakras, right? They go off balance when you're not balancing both masculine and feminine. So a human being should balance both masculine and feminine. The goal should be like Ardhanarishwara. So it should be Shiva should be a dancer, a nourisher, an aggressor, and not aggressor, but an angry person who's creating destructive things. So you should have all those aspects in life, you know.
सुंदर,
Yeah.
बहुत अति सुंदर, बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से explain किया है. And thank you so much for
welcome.
giving this deep conversation for the viewers. बहुत ही धन्यवाद आपका.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
बहुत interesting. Actually मेरे भी सवाल थे सारे के सारे, and these were my own questions. और बहुत ही ज़्यादा जिज्ञासा and curiosity थी मेरे को इन चीज़ों को जानने के लिए. As in, I got a lot of answers, and there are a lot of other questions I can ask, but
yes,
we'll stop as of now.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.